Brittany. So, um, today I'm gonna be doing a back in time watches video, and today I'll be sharing with you the first time that I've watched The Crow. Now, it's funny that I'm doing this actually because I remember the first time I did watch The Crow was actually um, trying to think. I think it was maybe 2017 or 18 around there. But I think around that time, I think I was watching bits and pieces, so I was confused to what was going on, um, and yeah, so yeah, I think there was something going on that day where it's just a little busy, so that's why I was watching bits and pieces, and I'm like, wait, so why is this happening, or why is this happening all of a sudden, and yeah, um, and the funny, well, um, not really, no, but more like because even before I did watch The Crow the first time, I do remember hearing about what had happened, to Brandon Lee, where he was fatally shot during one scene, and so I remember just hearing about that, and I think in other videos I was watching, and I just remember thinking how sad that was, how tragic. And he was young too, he was 28. I still feel bad. I still feel sad for him that his life ended so soon like that. And he was so young. He still had his whole life to live. But as of yesterday actually, that I did watch it again. So this was my second time watching it. So after watching it, this time I was really paying attention to the story of the movie, and so yeah, it had this dark, gothic feel to it, of the atmosphere, the tone, and everything, which actually made it great. And even the story itself just went great with that dark, kind of gloomy tone to it, so it just went really well. And the performances are great, and even with Brandon Lee's performance as Draven, it, that was really great too, as the Crow. Like, that was amazing. It really was. And I actually enjoyed his performance, and of course, even with the cast of their performances as well. I'm sorry if I'm like itching my eyebrow. Sorry about that. And yeah, what's so utterly disturbing is seeing the scene where what happened to his fiance, in the scene where these guys come in, and they well, I don't want to say it because I don't like the word, and therefore I'm not gonna say it, because I will never ever say that word on my channel, nor will I ever say it off camera either, because I just despise it, and I despise what people do when they commit that horrible, very disgusting act, which I think it should be illegal for anyone to do, and that if anyone were to do it, that they should be arrested, and they should be sentenced to life in prison. I mean, that's just what I believe. I know I went a little far on that, but I'm just saying that's just how I feel about that. So when these guys did this to her, it was just beyond horrible, beyond disgusting, and just inhuman, which is something that was quite monstrous. Even to murder someone is very inhuman and very monstrous to do, you know. Of that horrible act as well. And so, with what they did, it's just, like I said, it's just something it just angers me. So, yeah. And then when he comes in, and I think when he's trying to save her, but then someone had oh, sorry, my eye's twitching. Hang on a sec. Okay, sorry about that. Yeah, my eye was twitching because when it comes to something like this that's very disturbing, very unsettling, even anything that is terrifying and disgusting, my eye twitches. And it won't stop twitching unless if I'm gonna talk about something else. So yeah, that's what was going on. My eye twitches when it comes to things like that, or even any other things that, like I said, that either are disturbing, unsettling, even terrifying. So yeah, even something that's stressful. So anyway, sorry about that. Um, so as soon as Draven comes in, and I think he's trying to save his fiance from these awful, disgusting guys, and before he could get to her, I think one of the guys was beating him, and they had pushed him out the window, and he fell to his death. And that is so sad. And knowing that after what they did to her, that um yeah, I think somebody had called the police, had called the ambulance. Of course, when they came along, she was still alive, but after what she had been through, um that she was in the hospital. And I think in the movie it's mentioned she was in the hospital for at least six hours, and that during those hours that they tried everything they can to save her, but unfortunately she had passed away due to her injuries and to what she had went through, which was so brutal and just complete monstrous. And so like I said, as I'm watching the movie again and seeing that, I'm just like, I have no words to what was going on, and I'm like, oh my gosh, I hate this. Like, sorry, but yeah, it just utterly beyond disturbs me and disgusts me. Uh, it even to see that, like, even though it was acting and everything, but still just that itself just made it looked convincing, and it just makes you really hate those characters for what they're doing. And it makes you feel like, okay, I don't want to see this. I don't want to see with what was going on, because it's just beyond horrible. And it's like I just have no other words to someone who's a complete monster that would do something like that to another person, you know. but yes, like I said, that's just how I feel about it. But I think that's just how I see it though, and I think other people feel the same way too. Like, for someone who does do that, even for someone who commits murder, that yeah is very inhumane, and it's just they're a monster. So anyway, I won't dwell on that because I said what I needed to say, but um, so with the rest of the story, I do like, but when it came to those certain scenes, even the flashbacks, I just feel like so bad. I'm like, oh my gosh, I have no words for it. Other than that, I would, uh, if I could, I would just like kick their asses, um, and give them a piece of my mind. Um, yeah, that's just me though. And so, yeah, and another thing too though, which I thought was interesting, is that when he had just came back alive, and when he had came back from the grave, which was what, a year later, a year after what happened. Because the thing was that they were gonna get married on Halloween, and I think it was the next day, and so that never got to happen, and that makes it even sadder. It really does. And so when he comes back alive, and then he comes back to take vengeance and to kill those who what these guys had did to her, and that when she was in the hospital for 6 hours, but she did not make it due to what had happened, that he came back for vengeance and to kill those horrible guys of what they did. And I don't blame him for killing those guys of what they did to her, because this was personal. And yeah, so I don't blame him, for that. And another thing, I think the thing I find interesting is that when he comes back, is that he somehow puts on this makeup, white powder makeup, and then with the, I think it was what, black lipstick, but he had put it, on his face, I think to mimic the clown mask that he saw. So he did that, but actually that turned out looking great though, because that just suited his character. And for the character of him being, um, the crow. So, yeah, like I said, I thought that was interesting. I like the makeup on that, and even his and the costume design too was really great. Like the with his outfit just really suited him as well, along with the makeup as well. Like just really good. So anyway, all I'm saying is that as I'm watching this movie and really paying attention to it this time, I was just like, of course, shocked to what I had just seen, and to seeing these other scenes. I'm like, like most of the time I was just feeling like sad for him because of what he had went through, and everything, and I'm just like, oh gosh, this is so sad. And that's the thing though, because this is an emotional movie, but at the same time it does have these parts in it where you feel like, I don't know how to explain it, but it's is quite. There's just other parts that make you feel other things to it as well, to other scenes of the story. So yeah, as I'm watching this, I'm like, well, I'm glad I'm really watching it again and really paying attention to of what's going on. Because yeah, I felt like the first time I definitely missed some things and things I didn't even know to what had happened. But now that I did watch it again, I thought, okay, this makes sense. And so yeah, even the way he was killing these guys, I thought, okay, even though it's quite, in a way, brutal, but at the same time, I don't blame him for killing those guys. And but yeah, so overall, like I said, the second time watching it, as of yesterday, um, yeah, I actually came to really like it, and I did enjoy it. Although, yeah, those parts I do not like, and the one thing I don't think I remember seeing, but there was a part where this woman, she was about to kill the crow, um, but then before she even could, the crow just turned around and started pecking at her, and I think it took her eyes out. Ugh. Okay, even I can't blame for the crow for doing that, but at the same time, ugh, that was gruesome. That was graphic. And as I mentioned before, when it comes to the eyes thing, when it comes to either something going in the eye or the eye taken out, when anything to do with the eye at all, ooh, I get very uneasy. I get squeamish, and even when it comes to seeing something like that, it does. I feel like this pain in my stomach. I'm like, oh, I'm just like, ugh. So yeah, I did not expect that, but seeing now, I'm like, ugh. Okay, okay, did not see that coming, but I guess she got what she deserved. Okay. Um, and then with the other guy, okay, Top Dollar. So with him, he so the way he was killed, I thought was so brutal too, because he was impaled by a gargoyle. So I think one, with the gargoyle, I think there was something that was sticking out of his stomach, and one I think that was stuck out from his head, I believe. I think, but yeah, even that was graphic, like, oh my gosh. But again, I think he had it coming, because of how bad he was. Anyway, so yes, I don't want to go on for too long here, but yes, as I did watch it, like I said, I did find that was this, like I said, ominous, gothic, but also emotional, um, movie. But it's a good movie, and yeah, it's a great movie, and yeah, I did enjoy it. I enjoyed the performances, and sorry, I thought someone was calling. Um, and so yeah, and even the music was great, and everything about this movie was just great to watch, and it was just uh yeah, I think it's just one of those movies where it's just great to watch, and I can see why, for those who have seen it, who just love it and it's their favorite movie, I can see why. Although there's just certain things I didn't like what I see, but of course, again, I know it's part of the story and everything, but there's just some things I don't like to see in movies, and even though the fact that it might have been acting, but still, I feel like when it comes to things that are very sensitive like that, it's just like, mm-mm. So, yeah. But yes, like I said, overall, after seeing this, yeah, I think this is something I would watch again, and yeah, like I said, this was great to watch, and I enjoyed the performances and the music and everything else that had this dark, gothic feel to it. And even the way he came back, it wasn't anything like a zombie movie or anything, but it was like a very supernatural way. He came back um, like nothing had happened to him. So yeah, so to see that, it was just quite different, which I actually like. So anyway, that is all. And like I said, yes, I did enjoy watching this movie, even though it was quite emotional, and you feel these other emotions along with it, with the story and the scenes, and with the characters as well. But yes, I did enjoy watching this, and this is a really great movie. And I know there are sequels to it. I haven't seen it, although they are free to watch. So I will be watching the sequels soon. So that is all for this Back in Time watches of this movie memory video of when I watched it and how I watched it again recently. Um, yes, and I do want to say though that yeah, for those who listen to my podcast, I hope you enjoy it. And there is something I feel like I do want to do on my channel. Like, if you want to hear, if you ever want to see like a video, like a paranormal video where I talk about my paranormal experiences, just like the ones I share on my podcast, let me know, and I could probably do that. But I'm not sure because this channel is mostly based on movies, reactions, and dreams. But let me know. And yes, as I mentioned, that the reaction videos I'll be doing will be different ones, and just reacting to something different, which you'll see a different reaction to a different emotion that I'll be able to uh, react to as I'm feeling that emotion as well. Although there is one scene I'm not sure if I should react to, and that's I don't know if I should say it. It's a scene from Dumb and Dumber, so but I'm not sure about that. But yeah, so anyway, yeah, I have some ideas of what I think I could do on my channel. But then again, I'm not sure because I would have to really think about it. But the one thing I do want to do, which I haven't done in a long time, and that's to do live streams because I haven't done one, I would say, since what, last year? Sometime last year, I believe. But yes, and I don't know if I mentioned this, but yes, I had done, no, no, I didn't actually, I'm sorry. But yeah, as of this year, it's been 8 years since I've been doing my channel on YouTube, and I'm gonna do a anniversary stream. that might be soon. I don't know when that'll be, but yeah. And I'm gonna keep doing what I'm doing, and knowing that knowing what I'm gonna keep doing here on my channel to share my love and passion for movies and dreams as well. And yes, I really hope, because my goal is that my channel will grow and everything. So I would want that. I really do. And of course, I am thankful for everyone, to all my subscribers. Um, I'm thankful for all of you, and I hope that you will continue to enjoy the content that I do and these videos of movies, reactions, and dreams, because I'm going to continue to do it, and I believe that that they will start to get a little bit more better, especially I would say with editing and just other things as well. But yes, that will happen at some point along the way. And so, yeah, I just want to say that. So, if you enjoyed this movie memory video when I watched The Crow, and if you like The Crow, give this video a like. And for more movie content, reactions, and dreams, subscribe and click on the bell so you'll be notified when I upload. Oh, and also, I don't know if you noticed in my other videos, but if you seen, or if I seemed, I don't know, maybe kind of cheerful in a way, it's because of the tea that I'm having. Because the tea that I have, like just recently before I do my videos, is or positive energy, so it supports elevated moods and energy levels. So if you ever see if I'm, where I'm just feeling like so up and everything, that's because of the tea, and it really works. It really does. So yeah, that's it. But of course, it's all natural and everything. So yeah, it's a good tea. It's a good kind of tea. It's the Yogi brand. So yeah, if you ever need something like that to elevate your mood and your energy levels, where it gives you like a boost, like a positive energy boost, then yeah, it will definitely do that. Definitely. So I'm drinking a little bit more of it, so I'm feeling that already. So yeah, and that's all I have to say. But yes, if you like, again, if you like The Crow and for more movie content, subscribe. Yeah, reactions and dreams. Yeah, subscribe and click on the bell so you'll be notified when I upload. And I know I said that already, but that's something I usually say before I end the video, but I just wanted to mention that. So anyway, that's all for today, and I'll see you at the movies.